Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera. Welcome again to zani4e.com channel, and thank you for tuning into this video. Okay, in the previous videos, I have shared how to interpret the regulations so that I can deliver my services as a Reem for installation. I think I have given quite lengthy explanation how I interpreted the regulations and then how I converted that into services with some example as well. So I hope that has helped you. But now I would like to talk about because I'm basically a external Reem, because under the regulations, the installation affected under the regulation, they can appoint either their own personnel who has the Reem certificate, or they can engage third party or a consultant or external party like me to become the Reem to comply to the legal requirement. Okay, so I'm more on the external party or third party that be engaged by the installation affected under the regulations to become the Reem. I think so. How did I do it? Okay, many asked me before. Okay, but finally I decided to share, and that's the sharing is for free. Although what I've gathered, is it took me years of experience. Started with some kind of an experiment testing, whether first of all, are there anyone? Is there anyone out there? Any student out there are willing to pay that much for me to deliver what I've planned, what I think is the right or the so-called the what's supposed to be done by Reem. There are, and there were, and there is still some out there. That's why I'm still engaged as a Reem now, until now. Okay, so in this video, I'd like to share with you how I prepared myself, okay, and also sharing some tips what to be prepared, okay, what need to be prepared for me to be able to deliver my service, okay, as the Reem. Okay, let me share the slide here. Okay, let's talk about this. How to prepare, okay, how to prepare to deliver services or perform duties. To deliver services more to a Reem like me, and then to perform duty more to internal Reem appointed by the company. Okay, I'd like to share. This is how I do it. Okay, it's not secret. Okay, first of all, as the Reem, okay, again, I keep reminding this one to myself and others. Okay, Reem is not just a technical personnel. Reem should not see themselves, okay, as a technical personnel. No, because the name there is a registered electrical energy manager. Okay, the word manager. We're supposed to manage. We are managers. Okay, a Reem is a manager. A Reem is not, it's not a technical personnel. Okay, so but as the Reem, what I believe, these are some item that I believe Reem should know. A Reem should know. Reem should know. Why they should know? Because along the way, from my experience, I've been asked about all this. Okay, I've been asked about all this, either one place or different places. My point here is not that we have to be an expert in all this. It's not that we have to be an expert in all this, but at least we have some idea, okay, about all this. For me, I need to keep myself updated based on this. Okay, well, if you look here, I listed quite numbers of items here. All right, I start with the now we have the association. We have the association called Malaysian Association of Registered Electrical Engineer Manager, or MARIM. It was formed. I was among the founding members, but I'm no longer in the committee now. I'm just a member now. It's okay. All right, and then at least for us, we know we have a platform. Reem has a platform to voice their concern, to the authority. Because normally, if Reem okay, stand alone is difficult. Okay, so we need to have a platform for the only platform for Reem now in Malaysia is marine. So you need to know what is marine. Just like engineers, IEM, they have the ASHRAE, and all that. They got their own association for them in that particular so-called type of service or scope, okay, or field for them to be represented for the liaison, for the communication with the authority and other stakeholders in that particular industry. Okay, so at least you know what is marine, the associations. Okay, and then secondly, okay, I think this one, the most important one, you could have put, secondly, the most important one is a Reem must have the knowledge, not just have knowledge, strong knowledge on key provision under the Emir 2008 and somehow correct interpretation related to services that they want to deliver or job that they want to perform at the installation. So if Reem don't know the regulation very well, it's a sad thing, that one is unacceptable. Okay, that one actually unacceptable because Reem must know. Reem supposed to know because the regulation must be the main reference of a Reem to perform the duties. They cannot simply create something without referring to the regulation. And for them to do that, they must have the strong knowledge on the key provision in that regulation, especially regulation 6 and regulation 16, as I explained in the previous video. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, okay, Reem must know, must have the knowledge, must understand what are the key concepts, okay, of efficient management of electrical energy through management system, okay, through systematic approach. Okay, they must know what's the concept of efficient management of electrical energy through management system development and implementation based on certain standard. For example, EMAS, IEMGS, or ISO doesn't want. You must report to something. This will cover all the elements. They must know what's the management commitment, what's the policy, what's the planning, implementation, performance evaluation, and management review. These are key components in the management system that will ensure efficient management of electrical energy. Next one, Reem must be able to explain whatever being asked. They must have some idea. What are the some general knowledge about the energy industry in Malaysia? For example, how much, and this is easier for them to explain because when you talk to the top management, when we deliver the service, we have to talk about big things, big picture. So to talk about big picture, the best thing to talk about the overall, the macro level. Okay, for example, the status and supply of energy demand in Malaysia, the new policy changes, the governance part of that, the legal requirement and all that, that may affect, how that may affect the company or the installation. What are the things? So it's easier to relate, what happened if you don't for example, what happened if the industry sector not efficient? How much they affect the overall demand? How much even they may affect the tariff because of that? Okay, next one, information, some knowledge about information or about the standards that can be referred in energy management, either technical standard or management standard, and also some rating system in Malaysia. This is often being asked. Okay, about the current rating system in Malaysia related to energy efficiency and energy management. Okay, and then next one, we must have some idea, keep updated and aware about the current major energy efficiency and renewable energy initiative by the government. Because maybe some of the association may be interested. They may ask, some initiative by the government, RE and energy efficiency. And then next one, we must have some idea on the measurement and verification concept. Where to refer, what a common requirement, all that, because this is important when it comes to the performing, monitor the effectiveness of the efficient management of energy. And then next one, how to establish proper energy performance indicator and baseline. This is, I think I explained in the video before this, okay? And then this is a must, okay? This is expected. Reem must know what are the common measures, okay, in a common measure on how to save energy in industrial sector and building sector, and how to identify that. So that how to identify, normally at least Reem must know even what energy audit all about. When they need to perform energy audit. So what kind of energy audit? what to expect from energy audit. Okay. And then about some knowledge on the financial analysis, what kind of financial analysis can be done for any recommendation on the projects or energy efficiency projects. And then next one, incentive. What are the incentives available? This is something that you can explain, even promote to the installation that they can get some incentive by government for EE and green projects. And the last one, some common references or standard for green or sustainability reporting, which is quite now become a trend now, especially for the multinational company and also public listed company, because they need to have a kind of reports every year as an obligation to them. So these are items that I believe Reem must have some idea that we equip them, to feel more prepared, whenever they meet up the prospect. Because for me as a Reem, don't expect myself just to meet up the engineers. Most of the time, I meet up with the top management. So top management, we need to talk something top, macro level, that how we can link that, so that they can take action. They can see the importance of energy management. So these are, to me, it's not that we Reem must have been an expert in all this, not being expert. No, but at least we have some idea. And let's say they ask about the incentive. And okay, for incentive, I know some incentive available now, for example, JITA, GT, all right. But you can go to the MIDA, MIDA to get all the details. They got all the details. And we know after that, there's some process involved. The technical part, normally they get the MGTC to process the technical part of that. You have the idea. For example, if they ask, what happened? Is there any RE program in Malaysia? Yeah, they have. They got a NIM program, right? Net energy metering program. We got the Selco program. They got feed-in tariff. Their main agency is SEDA Malaysia. You go to SEDA Malaysia, all information will be provided by SEDA Malaysia. These are the kind of information that Reem must be able to at least, give some idea, have some idea, and then they can advise, okay, this question or this query, so that they feel the value. Okay, somehow Reem can guide them to get the right information. This will be sufficient if the Reem is not an expert in a particular area. All right. And then Reem must know what are the safety requirements. This is very important because Reem is not a competent person under the regulations, under this regulation 34. So Reem has no authority on safety. Safety all must be is under the authority of the person, a competent person under the Electricity Regulation 34 under Energy Commission. Okay, the visiting engineer, competent electrical engineer, the electrical service engineer, the chargeman class A and class B and all that. So Reem must know all the safety requirements so that they don't go overboard. Okay, because Reem must comply to all safety requirements, because Reem has no authority to the safety part of the electrical installation in Malaysia. You must be very clear on that. Okay, now I want to share what are the strategies to develop and deliver the Reem service or Reem task. Okay, the most important part here, how to make it seen, and then how can we make it seen, and also how to make it delivered. Seen and delivered, very, very important, because Reem, is the role of Reem relatively unknown in the organization. So we have to make it seen so that people start to acknowledge what exactly the Reem is doing. All right. So the key point to consider here, the way I look at it, is first one, Reem must have what exactly the roles and scope of work that to be delivered. They must have very clear idea what exactly, as a service provider, what exactly I want to do. If you are internal Reem, what exactly the job they wanted to do. You must be able to have the very clear idea. Proposed role and scope of work by the Reem itself. Okay. Somehow the management are aware what exactly Reem is supposed to do. So you have to make it in writing, make them understand, and then make it formal. And secondly, okay, what are expected from the installation? Because it cannot be one way. Reem require a lot of assistance or cooperation from the installation. Okay, because the Reem function basically is to advise them. They will have to advise based on the current practice and all that. Okay, as a part of the Reem function, if you look at Regulation 16, okay, is to verify its accuracy of the documentation. So Reem, so Reem must tell, must make sure that the installation, know what expected from them. Because energy management is not for Reem. Energy management is for the installation. Okay, Reem is supposed to be able to help the installation to have efficient management of energy. All right. So what needs to be done? So I would like to share here what are the initial steps that a Reem must do. Okay, so before they can start to think about, start to do the job as a Reem or start to want to deliver service or even to propose the service for any installation. The first part, okay, assess your competency. You need to know what you are, what's your strength, what your competency. Okay, everyone has different competency. For example, myself, I'm not really technical kind of thing, person. I don't have that so-called technical competency so much. I've more on the management competency and training. That's my strength. For example, I got a certificate on the energy system expert by United Nations. Okay, and then I got certificate on the so-called as a trainer. Okay, I got certificate as energy audit. But for me, that's important because I'm not conducting energy audit anymore. But at least to acknowledge that I know what energy audit all about. I personally, I have the experience, hands-on experience. And I got the certificate of MNV. So that why? Because I'm not really expert in MNV, but at least certificate shows me I know what MNV all about. If you want to have one, I can guide you to how to do it one. Okay, simple like that. So you need to know your competency. And then once you know that, check the resources available for you. Okay, check what are the resources at my disposal, either internally or externally. Okay, we go through this one by one later, the detail. Okay, and then only after that, okay, we start to prepare their services to be offered. So start to prepare really what actually they wanted to be offered. Because often, some Reem came to me, Cik Zaini, how should I charge this client? I was invited. Invited to become a Reem. I received some query. So how can I charge? How much should I charge? My answer very simple. What exactly you wanted to do? What exactly you wanted to? What exactly you wanted to deliver? A part of the compliance. Your charge should be based on that. What exactly you wanted to do? Okay, that's why you need to know what your strength, your competency, and then check, and then prepare the list of services to be offered. Even your internal Reem, you need to tell, prepare what exactly you wanted to do as the Reem in the company. Okay, and then next one, number 4, prepare a generic work plan for the delivery of the service. Okay, you should know, if you have some idea what this service, how long does it take? What exactly the activities? And then after that, prepare the list of additional or value-added service that can be, is chargeable to be offered. So these are 5 key steps in preparing yourself before you can propose and then to deliver the service or a function or duties as the Reem. Next one, we go to one by one. We go to first assess your competencies. Because different Reem have different core competencies. Okay, some very good in the technical part, energy saving measure. Some good energy audit. Some can be both. Some energy management system. For example, myself, energy management system and training in development. Okay, the rest I know all about, but I don't have that competency. That's why Reem must know what the strength is. It's impossible for Reem to claim that they know everything. Impossible. Impossible. They're somehow not everything. If they claim that I'm an expert in everything, impossible. Okay, because each of these, for example, is quite a specific kind of field. Energy audit itself, it's not something small. It's a very technical to a certain extent. And it's having measure comprising of many kind of solution, motors, pump, fans, cooling, air conditioning system, heating system, boilers, furnaces, all the IT in all that, a lot of things. Impossible. Okay, and then energy audit and training and all that. So this is first assess your competency so that we know what's your strength. So from there, okay, once you know what your competency, what exactly you want to deliver, you start to check your resources. Okay, what are the resources available within your company, within organization to deliver the service? For example, if you're internal Reem, what are the resources available within the factory or the building? that can be deployed, for you to be able to perform your duties. Okay, internally, either you as a third-party service provider or even your internal Reem, you must check what actually the available resources that you can deploy, you can utilize to perform the duties as a Reem. Either your internal Reem or external Reem. Okay, and then available external supports that you can be somehow from the support that you can identify and trusted partners in some areas. Okay, where you know that these people, this expert, they support, you can rely on whenever you need. For example, I'm no longer conducting energy audit, but a lot of requests from my clients, Cik Zaini, can you help us to conduct energy audit? I acknowledge them, I did not, but I can help you to select or to find a reliable one. Okay, so that, and then I can, so normally I let them communicate and then they can liaise directly. Because as a Reem, I must stay independent. I cannot carry on, bringing somebody, as a my so-called, it's a must bring item and all that. No, I must stay independent. Normally what I do, I can advise them, I can give them a few where to refer, get the list and all that. Even they may ask some numbers, some contact. I give them the contact and then they can liaise directly, not through me anymore. Because I have to stay objective and independent. I'm supposed to be the advisor, right? Under Regulation 16A2. Okay, this is the first one, share resources and internally and external resources. And then prepare the list. What exactly to want to deliver? Okay, description of the services to be offered and delivered. And all what actually the deliverable of the service, of each service. In the form of what? For example, prepare the monthly reports update, prepare the minutes, the work plan, time hours, time hours allocation and schedule. Okay, what exactly you want to deliver? All this, the services to be delivered, you'll be okay, you are first compliance service. Okay, the rest maybe you are good in so-called some technical area, for example, the ecosystem. They have to tell exactly description of the services to be offered and delivered. You must have that kind of clear description. Prepare the list and come up with the clear description and what exactly the deliverable and how to deliver that service. And number 3, prepare, once you have the service deliver, what you want to deliver, prepare the generic work plan for services or task, delivery. Okay. So the proposed work plan activity based on the services offered within the specified duration. It must be clearly proposed, defined and agreed before the appointment accepted. This one normally mainly for the third party like me. Even for me, even though you have an internal Reem, you must propose to the management, this is exactly what I'll do as the Reem. That will tell you whether you can deliver that alone or not. You may need support. So you can justify to the management to give you support resources, for example. This example here, you look at the chart here. Okay, this is my common chart, right? I normally make it very clear, okay, what I'll do, okay, and what for every single month. So if you look at the schedule here, okay, so for example, this is for 2 years, right? So for every single month, they know what exactly I will look at, what exactly my task. And normally I will tell the installation that what exactly you need to prepare for that particular visit for every month. Because my service normally, the first 2 years, I'll come for the visit every single month as a service visit. So basically, what to deliver? I show my first the previous video. Basically, I want to help them. I want to assist them to develop and implement energy management system. Okay, normally take up to 2 years to get it completed. So I have a very clear work plan here. So they know what to expect, so they know what to prepare when I come over for every visit. Okay, even before the visit, I have to remind them. I come for this visit, I want to have the information. Sometimes they have to submit information before the visit. Very clear, very transparent. They know what to expect from me. If they engage me as the Reem. Okay. And then this example here, put activity and put the activity and what month, the duty will be performed. All right. Okay, and then prepare the list of the additional services that you can offer. For example, I can offer energy audit separately. I can help them. Sometimes I just advise them. Sometimes they wanted me to conduct energy audit, but I must be very transparent to them. I don't do it, but I can work with somebody. No problem. Work with them. We are okay with that because they trust me. Okay. And somehow the other things, consultancy, for certification, I got some experience as well. Energy audit, management verification, training, development, campaign, awareness program, and special presentation. Sometimes being invited by my client to give a management awareness program for about half an hour, 1 hour, and all that. These are different, chargeable separately upon request, not as a part of the fixed fee for every month. All right. So that's the first part, okay, on what to prepare, okay, before you deliver the service, the preliminary so-called steps, okay. And then once you have firm up and all that, next one is what are the requirements? The requirement to deliver services as a Reem. What you need to have, okay. First, again, resources. You must have enough resources to deliver your service. If not, you will be in trouble. You will compromise your service delivery based on the agreed scope of work and duties. Okay, this is very important, especially third-party Reem like me. I must deliver accordingly as my proposal. If not, my reputation gone. Simple as that. Not easy, it's not easy. And then some basic, if you at least you have some basic energy audit equipment. Example, lux meter and all that. Easy because it's something basic and easy. Okay, I don't have much, but I have some, the basic one. Your resources. Okay, next one, you need to prepare what are the documentation. Okay, documentation. Services document, common. Okay, from the first step, from the start, for me, as a third party Reem, okay, I must have the services proposal format complete and content my proposal together with the scope of work I will propose to the prospect. And then another one, template, for if you are internal Reem, you must have the scope of works. You must put in writing. For third party like me, all right, I have to have the service proposal. For internal Reem, you must have the scope of work. You must prepare JD. Okay? That's why make it very clear. Otherwise, don't let people assume what you may do if you want to as an internal Reem. And then the service contract. For third party like me, I must have a service contract. All must be properly outlined in the service contract. Okay? And then if you're internal Reem, you must have the job description as a Reem. Okay? We have to make it in writing. And then the third one, you must have the service and job delivery documents. Let's say if I go for visit, I must have a document, right? Just like typical service for the acknowledgement, for the payment and all that. Okay, and then what kind of data collection form and all that. And then another one, what else, and the service delivery document can be monthly or management report. So service document. All right, you must have that to prepare. And then this example here, this is supposed to be what? Supposed to be in the service proposal. The service is this one more on the if you are third party, like me. Okay, you must have the clearly in the proposal, propose objective, strength, what your strength or the company, you or the company. Okay, and then how you plan to approach and strategy to deliver your service. Okay, and then propose energy management program with the work plan and detailed activities within the contract or service contract period or duration. Okay, and then propose scope of services, deliverables, and fee structure. Fee structure must be very clear. Very clear. So that they understand. Make it transparent. Okay, and then all the appendices in the proposal, all the competency, this is common. Okay, so to have that, right? Let me show you example of my service proposal. Okay, my service proposal. Example of my service proposal. All right, let me show you example. This is example of my service proposal. If you look here, this is for comprehensive. Okay, comprehensive services beyond just compliance. Okay, you look here one by one here. All right, this is my proposal. This is the content of my proposal. Okay, proposal. All right, if you look here, all very clearly mentioned here. I just browse through quickly. All right. Okay. Right, and then this is proposal purpose. Okay, I do some introduction. Okay, what exactly give some idea, and then here, all right, I highlighted here. Okay, what exactly we are offering. Okay, introduction, and then come with the objective. Make it clear objective of the service. What exactly we want to achieve for the service. Of course, first compliance. Okay, the objective of the services here. And then our approach, we make it very clear how we will deliver the service. How will be our approach? Okay, approach here. All right, if you look at our approach strategy, right, and then propose scope of works. Okay, propose scope very detailed. Okay, here this example, the overview of the scope of works. Okay, look here, a few phases. All right, and then the duration, what they expect. Right, the duration. Okay, what are the key activities here? What exactly what we develop here? Basically, all is about developing the admin system. Okay, and then detail here. All right, and then the scope of works. Detail one by one. Scope of works here. Okay, look here. Scope of works. Develop in-house capacity. Assist achieve cost saving. All right, provide advisory services on the system development. Assist measures. And identification of the measures. Produce reports, okay, data collection, compilation, list of information for the compliance to ST, site visits, assistant, okay, and the training. This is the in-house training that I will deliver accordingly, right? The training, top management program, all right, and so the training on the engagement system, all right, and then the expected deliverables, yeah, what expect to be delivered, and then the fee structure. The fee structure here. Very transparent. Okay, so I atomize it. If you look here, left is the regulation. My reference always based on the regulation. What I explain here in the activities here. So all this has cost. Okay, the tips here, the cost basically mean our cost. So I have my calculation, mean our cost. Okay, this example here. So from here, I make it to them how much for every year. Okay, how much they have to pay every year. Yeah, how much they have to pay per month. And what they can expect. Okay, and then the variable charges here. I mentioned here the variable charges. How much does it charge? And suddenly I'm supposed to come for visit for once a month, but suddenly they want me to come more than 1 month, more than once, twice. So how much will we charge? Here, mileage and all that. Okay. And then the proposed Reem, I put all my credentials here. This is the work plan. Okay, the work plan. Okay, and then this is all my certificates. All my certificates. All right, and then all my track records. Okay, this is my profile. Okay, my profile, and then my track records. Consultancy engagement system to support my credential, and then my expertise in training, and that's all. That's all. All right. So that's basically example of the service proposal. Okay, service proposal. So if you look here, all right, okay, you have to get prepared. You must get prepared. You cannot simply, you cannot simply, charge. It's not right. Okay, you cannot simply charge. It's not right. All right, it's not right. You must come up with some kind of, clearly defined, kind of things, when it comes to deliver the services. Yeah, I shown to you the example of the service proposal. All right. Okay, next, let's say you are in this one more on the external Reem. Okay, but what if you are the internal Reem? You are appointed by the company. Similar. Okay, you must have what the purpose of your task, and then how you going to implement. How you plan to implement your task. How you want to deliver your task. In a team and all that. Okay, how much resources required, and then what is the management program? Again, see the work plan and detailed activities. Sama, the same thing. All right, and then what exactly the projected result? What you expect from this, other than the compliance to the regulation? Similar, but a little bit lesser than the as a consultant, like. Yeah. Okay, and all this must be approved. Of course, if a third party like me, all this must be come with the contracts, okay, and then all for you are internal, you have to get the management agree with your scope of works, so that no one just assume what you have to do. Okay, all documented. And then fee. This is very popular question being asked to me. How much should they charge? For me, I don't have the number. I don't have the specific number. I have my range. Okay, I have my own range based on my work, based on what I will deliver, based on my own man hour, based on my credential, everything. Alright, so if you do a fee, you must know what exactly your, because Reem service basically is a professional service, mean our knowledge-based service. You provide your expertise. You don't have no product. You must know what exactly your hourly or daily rates, and of course your partner's rate. Okay, and then you must have the fixed monthly rates. How much you want to charge per month? I showed you an example just now, right? How much you want to charge per month? What about the traveling? Does it cover in that fixed monthly charges or separately? How about more than normal visits? All must be clearly defined. Okay, and then your variable charges. I show example just now in my proposal, right? What kind of service you are will be chargeable and based on the upon request. That's how you set up your fee. Okay, and then factor to determine your fee. So it's not fixed. Okay, because first you must recognize, every Reem is different. I have my own expertise. I have my own strengths. Everyone has their own strengths. So they must be reckoned. They must have some value on that. How much you want to put your value? I have my number. All right. And then how frequent the visits, meetings, and all that incurred costs. That should be factored in the costing, in the fee. And then another one is very important, type of document to be prepared by the Reem. For example, preparing reports, for example, monthly reports, minutes of meetings sometimes. There are many. Okay, so how much you should charge for that? If that one become a regular monthly report, of course, cost must be factored into your fee. Because reports require time and data collection analysis, require man-hour. All right, and then other services, let's say you add what kind of other services that you're offering as a part of your Reem service. All must be factored into the cost. For example, myself, I don't factor energy audit as a part of my cost because energy audit only upon request, I will send separate proposal or separate quotation for that. Okay, and then next one, man-hour spent. Man-hour spent in terms of at site, preparation of the report, data gathering and analysis. That man-hour. And finally, location. Location also a factor. Okay, I have clients throughout the peninsula, up to Penang, up to Kota Baru. Okay, if talking about cost, you should appoint somebody local, right? So somehow they convince that I'll be, so they still engage me, even though they have to pay more, because that affected the cost of stations. All right, simple like that. So these are factors I can share how you can determine the fee. So that's why it varies from one to another. Okay, you know your cost, you put your own cost. Okay, simple as that. I cannot give number what should be the fee charge because depending on what exactly you want to deliver, a part of the compliance service. Okay. This example here, how you itemize your cost. Okay, you have the item scope of work here, and actually the requirement, and then you put the fee per unit, and then you have the yearly and monthly fee. Very transparent. I've only put this one into my proposal. And even I know how to calculate the man-hour. I got my own Excel sheet where how I calculate the man-hour for each task here. All right. Next, the service contracts. Okay, service contract, this should cover again scope of work, what in the proposal. Okay, cover the requirement, compliance, and also additional scope by the Reem and agreed by both parties. And then contract must clearly mention the output and deliverables, and then other services as well. So this should complete what you need to have to deliver the service. All right, and then the charges in the contracts again must be agreed upon. Okay, fixed monthly charges, variable and other, and last one, general terms. This one common. It's actually a typical item, right? Common item in the contract. Got all the general terms. All right. Okay, so I don't know what happened. It's hang here again. I don't know what happened. Okay, I need to this one. I want to share with you. Okay, I want to share exactly a sample of the service contract. Okay, let me share with you here. Okay, service contract. Example of service agreement. This is my service agreement. Right? Service agreement. If you look here, these are the service agreement. If you look here, just like typical service contract, okay, all the general items here, all the general item, okay, incurred some cost, delivered some, but worth it is protect both party, okay, all that, and service contract here, and then the service contract here, right, and then this is the general, all the general terms, right, all the general term, common term, simple contract term, and then I like to highlight here, the payment, right, the payment here, okay, term of payment, all right, the chargeable and all that, term payment here, charge additional services, all right, and then the the scope of service, scope of service, these are all the requirement here, confidentiality, all this here, confidentiality and all that, and then I would like to highlight here the bottom one, look here on that one. This is all the common contract term. You can see any common contract. All right, if you look here, this is the attachment here. So the sign, everything. This is the scope of service. Okay, example here. How much does it cost? Okay, I atomize it. You look here, scope of service, scope of activities, right? Scope of activities. Okay, right. Year 1, year 2, year 3. Right, and then what exactly I'll do, and then all that I put a cost. Okay, I got the calculation how to calculate the cost, and then I put it in training, and somehow we got the value here. So depend on the region. Okay, example. If you look at example here, example here, some value here. Okay, and then the what actually information requirement, all in the contract, service contract. Okay, and then what is it expecting from them? Okay, what expected to be delivered? Okay, all right. So this is example of the service contract, and then all that. Okay, so I think that's exactly that's example of the service contract. Okay. So I think that's all that I would like to share about how to prepare yourself and what you need to have to deliver Reem service. It varies to one another, but the minimum requirement normally is the compliance service. Okay, that's all. So far, in my experience, I don't take the just compliance service. Okay, I don't take just compliance service. Okay. Normally, they can go for compliance service after the 2 years. After, if they still want me to be around, because normally after 2 years, if I manage to develop the system, completely with them, I have lesser role to play because I have the system in place. The personnel being trained, they know what to do in terms of management, energy management. But they need me to for the advisory part and all that. Okay, that's why normally I go for compliance service. Compliant what? How I define compliant? Okay, how I define compliant? I define compliant is first they appoint me as the Reem. That's one. So they have a cost for that. Okay, there's a cost for that every month. Secondly, I help them to verify their report every 6 months. And normally I have a list, before I can verify, I have a list of information they must give to me before I can verify the report. That's all. So this kind of service, normally I visit them only at least twice a year only. With the current PKP, just online. Okay, but normally that's how I define compliance service. Very clear. The appointment is the Reem, they must pay for that. And then I help them to verify the report every 6 months, they have to pay for that. That's the fixed cost. Normally much less. I would say a range between 500 to 1,000 per month. No visits. If you want to see me, normally if they want to, let's say, suddenly they wanted to, let's say, Jenny, we need you to be around for you to attend our tender meeting, for example. All right, for example. Okay, I told them, okay, you have to pay for that. Yeah, sometimes they pay, they don't pay. Yeah, they pay me for my traveling. I submit a separate quotation for them. Sometimes, but sometimes I just based on what is in the contract or the available charges, I just send the invoice, separate invoice for that. It happens. Sometimes they wanted me to have a special awareness program for the personnel. So they pay separately. But the rate agreed upon before. Okay, this is exactly. That's how I define so-called compliance service. Appoint me as the Reem and then help to verify your reports every 6 months. with the information that I must get from you before I can verify. Of course, the fee lesser. Comprehensive, everything. That's just how I explained to you in the previous video. I help them to develop a part of the compliance. I help them to develop complete energy management system for the facility, for the installation. At the end, I can hand over. And in between, normally in my contract, again, I will repeat this one. Throughout the contract, normally I coach whoever interested among the personnel who are qualified to become a Reem. Okay, there are some of them throughout my contract period, some of the personnel become Reem. That's why after 2 years, I don't mind to hand over the Reem job to the station owner. They have the internal Reem already. They can appoint that guy. Okay. So I hope you can think if you want to have further, if you have any further, further query. This is my number, my contact number here. All right, my email here. You can contact me here. All right, and then you can have a chat. You can communicate. Please comment whether this video helpful for you or not. You can comment in the video, or you can email to me to give your sincere comment. Or you can want to correct some information that I maybe have shared wrongly. I'm okay with that. Okay, again, thank you very much. Okay, for watching the video. I hope by this kind of video, I hope you help. This is basically my knowledge and experience. It's not a standard or what it's the only the best way to do. No, that's not my intention to share this. I just would like to share because for me, nothing for me to lose if I share. Because everyone is different, right? I'm different, you are different. You can deliver different things. Even the same thing, maybe they deliver differently. All right. Another one, normally I conduct the EMIS training. Okay, I conduct EMIS training for the personnel because they don't know how to use EMIS, the information system for the reporting. I train them, and there is a cost for that. Even though for compliance service, there's a cost for that. I factor the cost into my service cost because I have to train them to use their EMIS. Okay, so with that, thank you very much for watching. So I hope this one useful, and then please share if you feel this one useful for you. Why don't you share this with others as well? Okay, with that, thank you very much. Okay, stay safe, stay healthy, stay energy efficient. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and salam sejahtera.